Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Dixon's World. Today, midweek, we want to talk to the budding entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs at large, the challenges we go through on a daily basis as we are undertaking businesses, projects, maybe service or product selling. What do you go through? How do you overcome the challenges that you go through? And what kind of challenges do you encounter on a daily basis? So as an entrepreneur, there are so many things that we come across. Maybe business not working, clients not paying, clients not honoring the end of the deal, and becomes a bit of a skill for us, a bit let down or just pulling us back. But at the same time, I believe challenges make us great entrepreneurs. Challenges brings out the very best in us, how we are able to solve problems and what kind of decisions we make. So at the end of the day, I believe those challenges make us who we are in the long run. So yesterday I was having a chat with a friend of mine who had a deal with a client, and she mobilized the team, and we went to the site in the morning, kawaida, and when she got there, there was another team doing the very same job that she was going to do. Now, imagine you and your people just stranded, and assuming you've traveled quite a distance, only to find out that the job you were going to do has been given out. What do you do? How do you handle such a client? How do you handle such a scenario? So the many challenges that we face as young budding entrepreneurs is the fact that we undervalue ourselves. We don't value our time. We don't value what we do. We let the customer or let the client see as if we are desperate. We are not desperate. Make sure that you value what you do, value your time. Let the client know, transfer that value to the client from day one. Let the client know that you have policies, and the policies you have has to be followed. And by so doing, you will have a very smooth transition from when you're starting the job all the way to the completion of the job. When you're doing a quotation, make sure that in the quotation you're indicating how much is the client supposed to pay as a down payment to ease and smoothen your job. Make sure the client knows, is there a grace period after he or she has paid that amount, or is there a grace period after the work has been completed? If there's no grace period, indicate it in the quotation or the contract. Another thing to note is that all the policies that you have them written down, even if it's just scribbling or just adding a clause at the bottom of the quotation on the amount that is supposed to be paid up front, any amount that is supposed to be paid in between, and the final percentage that is supposed to be paid at the end of the contract, or at the completion and inspection of your project. So by so doing, you'll be able to avoid so many push and pull between you and the client. And another thing that I've noticed is that, well, the economy is not faring on well. You can attest that, but that doesn't mean we're supposed to be desperate in any way. So stand your ground. Sometimes you may have a client who you give them a quotation and they say, oh, it's expensive. And if you are sure that you're offering quality, stick to that. Don't go low for the sake of the business, and at the end of the day, maybe end up providing a shoddy job which will be a bad reputation, which will affect your portfolio. So what you do is, if you know very well that only the much you can give the client is this much, stick to that amount, and at the end of the day, the client will learn to appreciate what you're offering, the quality. If the client is unable to is unable to pay you the amount you maybe you're requesting in the quotation, then well, there should be maybe a slight negotiable gap, or a slight negotiable space. But at the same time, don't squeeze yourself, don't go all the way low, knowing that maybe you will end up making a loss. It's never about making the name out here. It's about providing quality services to the client, or the quality product to the client. At the same time, making something for yourself. You're in business, you're not in a charity work. So at the end of the day, you need to make a point too out of the business. So if it's not making you anything, then that's wastage of your resources, wastage of your time, and maybe creativity. So that's the much I can say. I'm pretty sure there's so many other challenges. Maybe I could get some more time and try to tackle a few more challenges. But this one, to me, I feel like it's a big issue with the budding entrepreneurs. And if you are able to value your brand, everyone else will value your brand. Take your brand with you. Let everyone knows how the values, the vision, and the mission you have for your brand. Put it out there. People will respect it, and at the end of the day, it's never leo uko na biashara, kesho hauna biashara. It's an up and down task being an entrepreneur, and don't always run to anything that you see. Maybe you can go lower than your competitor. Yeah, you can go lower than your competitor, but how low can you go? Sometimes you go low hadi unajichoma, so you don't have to do that. Value that, put that across, let everyone know. You don't have to have a million jobs for you to be able to make something out of your hustle. You can have 1, 2, 3 jobs and you're doing well. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week ahead, and keep grinding.